this is the motivation that motivated me the time I was doing like grade 11, grade 10, grade 10, grade 10. It was like 2019, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was 2019, bruh. I just found out about this guy called Prince here, bro. So I was scrolling around on YouTube. Yeah, those times I never had a Wi-Fi or data or something, but we were going somewhere where there was a Wi-Fi. It was like a station, where the train station. So I had like the time we were coming from school, I could walk about 20 kilometers if I'm not mistaken. 20 kilometers to go there for the Wi-Fi, and then I walk another 20 kilometers to go back home. You know. So every Saturday when I go to school, extra lessons will come at school earlier, around, I think we're coming out around 12, 1, yeah, during the day, you know. And then we'll go there, we'll walk, we'll go to the Wi-Fi, download movies, see, download all those shit. But on my side, I was not downloading movies. But the guys that I could go with those days, bro, they were downloading movies, see, songs, things like that. Nah. Me, I was more during that time. I was more invested in music videos, you know, because I was starting like to get into, I won't say content creation, but film making shit, you know. I was creating flyers and shit like that the time I was still in school. But it was kind of like a freelancing shit, you know. But I was not making money, anything or shit like that. I was just doing that to impress my friends, to post on Instagram and do shit like that. Nah. And then one day, the time I was downloading the music videos, because I was shooting music videos by the time at school. I had a small camera that I bought myself as a digital camera. I had 300 and the camera was like 800 and my father gave me 500. I asked him the money. So I bought the camera, I was shooting music videos. So one day I was like downloading these movies, these music videos. And this shit popped out. Like it's like Dear Future Generation. So I was like, what? Yeah, let me download this shit. I'll watch it when I get home, you know. I downloaded the shit, Prince Air. I went home, started watching music videos, so that I can get some ideas and shit like that, you know. So I started watching this video, bro. I was like, fuck, bro. Our world is getting like demolished or destroyed by these things called gases, shit like that, or the what you call politics, everything, bro. Like my mind never exploded that much, but the time I was watching that video, bro, I saw another side I never thought I could see, bro. You know, at school we were taught about those things, bro. The gases that damages the ozone layer, the what, and it didn't make sense to me, bro. It was just like, okay, I must learn about that shit. Not like learning, cram that shit so that I can write my test. That's all. I never put it in my mind. I'll be like, so if that thing happens, the ozone layer get destroyed, and they say they will get burned by the direct sun rays and shit like that. What is going to happen to us as humans? Are we not going to get instinct? Same like AI right now. Like it's replacing much more jobs and shit like that. You know, I never thought about that, bro. But the time I was watching the video, bro, it started like to open my mind. You know, I was, wait, what? Is this for real, bro? And the guy used this shit as a motivation. We can watch it, bro. Let me find it. Let me find it so that you can watch it, bro. This shit opened my mind. Let's go here. Okay, that's cool. Let's see. You can hear it, guys.
Dear future generations, I think I speak for the rest of us when I say, sorry. Sorry we left you with our mess of a planet. Sorry that we were too caught up in our own doings to do something. Sorry we listened to people who made excuses to do nothing. I hope you forgive us. We just didn't realize how special the earth was. Like a marriage gone wrong. We didn't know what we had until it was gone. For example, I'm guessing you probably know it as the Amazon desert, right? Well, believe it or not, it was once called the Amazon rainforest, and there were billions of trees there, all of them gorgeous, and... Oh, you don't know much about trees, do you? Well, let me tell you,
So
trees are.
you guys, do you think like when times goes on, bruh, the trees too will go extinct? Like not extinct like perish, but we have the shortage of plants and shit like that because like we accommodate ourselves to the environment where the trees are and things like that. Building, using those places as the trash plants and shit like that. You know, don't you think like there will be time and like but I don't think like trees will go extinct anyway. I don't think so.
Amazing. I mean, we literally breathe the air they are creating. They clean up our pollution, our carbon. They store and purify water, give us medicine that cures our diseases, food that feeds us, which is why I'm so sorry to tell you that we burn them down. Cut them down with brutal machines, horrific, at a rate of 40 football fields every minute. That's 50% of all the trees in the world gone in the last 100 years. Why? For this.
Because of this.
And that wouldn't make me so sad if it weren't so many pictures of leaves on it.
You know what? I think part of my EP because guys, I wanna start releasing music and shit like that. I think this might be the another one of the songs because me I don't wanna sing about fun and shit like that, bro. I want a kind of music that send a message out there, bro. You know. I think addressing national disaster and shit like that will be one of the EP that will come out too. You know, I'm still working on that. I can't even write a song right now. I don't wanna lie. I don't know how will I go with that. I don't know, but that's my goal. I think one of it will be like national disaster. The music videos will be like simple as fuck. You guys will see it. I will shoot myself my music videos. I won't need like someone to catch a camera for me and shit like that. I'll shoot myself, I'll record myself, or what you call the music and fucking master myself. Even if it's a shitty music, ne, but the message I wanna release that message out there from.
You know, when I was a child, I read how the Native Americans had such consideration for the planet that they felt responsible for how they left the land for the next 7 generations. Which brings me great sorrow, because most of us today don't even care about tomorrow. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry that we put profit above people, greed above need, the rule of gold above the golden rule. I'm sorry we use nature as a credit card with no spending limit, overdrafting animals to extinction, stealing your chance to ever see their uniqueness or become friends with them. Sorry we poison the ocean so much that you can't even swim in them. But most of all, I'm sorry about our mindset, because we had the nerve to call this destruction progress. Hey, Fox News, if you don't think climate change is a threat, I dare you to interview the thousands of homeless people in Bangladesh. See, while you were in your penthouse nestled, their homes were literally washed away beneath their feet due to rising sea levels. And Sarah Palin, you said that you love the smell of fossil fuels. Well, I urge you to talk to the kids of Beijing who are forced to wear pollution masks just to go to school. See, you can ignore this, but the thing about truth is, it can be denied, not avoided. So I'm sorry, future generations. I'm sorry that our footprint became
I really understand that. You like when you say this massive destruction shit, bro. You can like call it a destruction and shit like that, bro. But you can't fucking avoid it. When that shit comes, bro, when like it attacks us, like with diseases, with all those shit. Oh, what if all those diseases are not coming from the instead of like COVID-19 and shit like that? What if that disease didn't come from what they are saying, like those animals and shit like that? What if that disease came from like getting less of oxygen and shit like that, or getting less of those carbons, bro, from plants and shit like that? That causes like those probably even cancers. What if we say what if, you know? That's a kind of, it doesn't like clock your mind and shit like that, bro. I'm not saying like the shit is like that. Me, guys, I'm a stupidest person you ever like see and know, bro. But I only have these questions in my mind, bro. I don't know the answers. I don't know any shit, bro, about them. But I'm asking myself, why do we trust those people who says like, uh, for instance, like HIV is not like doesn't have a cure and shit like that, bro. And this thing has been like here in this world. I think like now it's like decades, bro. If it's not decades, it's a century maybe. I don't know, you know. And the shit still doesn't have a fucking cure. And I never heard like a political leader or someone big there, bro, that's have and fucking HIV and shit like that. What if that thing gets planted to people, bro, and there's a cure for it for only politicians and shit like that, those big people? What if it's like that? What if? I'm not saying it's like that. What if? I don't know. I don't know, guys. You guys have your own like theories and shit like that. I have a what if.
I'm sorry that we paid so
Yeah.
much attention to ISIS and very little to how fast the ice is melting in the Arctic. I'm sorry we doomed you, and I'm sorry we couldn't find another planet in time to move to. You know what? Cut the beat. I'm not sorry. This future, I do not accept it. Because an error does not become a mistake until you refuse to correct it. We can redirect this. How? Let me suggest that if a farmer sees a tree that is unhealthy, they don't look at the branches to diagnose it, they look at the root. So like that farmer, we must look at the root and not to the branches of government, not to the politicians run by corporations. We are the root, we are the foundation. This generation, it is up to us to take care of this planet. It is our only home. We must globally warm our hearts and change the climate of our souls and realize that we are not apart from nature, we are a part of nature. And to betray nature is to betray us. To save nature is to save us. Because whatever you're fighting for, racism or poverty, feminism, gay rights, or any type of equality, it won't matter in the least. Because if we don't all work together to save the environment, we will be equally extinct. So,
Tell me if that doesn't like trigger something in your fucking mind, bro. Tell me if that shit doesn't do that.
hey guys, for the past several weeks,
Like for real, bro. This is a real disaster, bro. It's a real fucking disaster, bro. You must not that think like only for what you call plants and shit like that you are destroying and shit like that. Sometimes, bro, we really need to do that so that we can get some stuff from them, you know. But what if we think about anyways, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Probably I'm fucking drunk, you know. Yeah, maybe I'm fucking drunk.
I've
Let me
been
just
here
listen
in
to this
Africa,
guy.
the heart of Africa.
I think the
witnessing
problem is that I'm
horrific
trying to explain in
destruction
fucking
of the
English and I don't know
rainforest,
the
which
word.
inspired me to
I
write
can't.
this piece.
I can't.
Why are forests being destroyed at such an enormous rate? For this. Today we live in a world where destroying trees makes you money. So what can we, normal people, do about it? One way to directly fight the destruction is to stand for trees. By standing for trees, not only can you save the lives of trees, help forest communities, and protect the rights of animals to live in their homes, but you will also balance the amount of pollution that you yourself give off with your everyday activities, making you a part of the solution and not the problem. This is the option that I chose. But whatever way that you choose to stand for trees, do it. Because a wise man once said, when the rivers are all dried up and the trees cut down, man will then realize that he will not be able to eat money.
Yeah, that's true, bro. That's true. You cut down the trees, you cut down all those shit, bro. Like, you're making that fucking bag, bro. But you must remember one thing. That tree that you're cutting is the one that bears you a fruit, you know. If you cut down that fucking tree, bro, yeah, you'll find out after you're done, bro, you won't eat that money that you'll make from that tree for cutting it down. You won't eat that money, bro. You know, you can't eat money, but you can eat the food that is bared by the tree, bro. Not the money. No, you'll have the millions, but where there's no fruit, nothing to eat. You know, yeah. I think that's triggers something in your mind, bro. I can't explain it. I'm so sorry, guys. I can't explain it in English. If you guys could hear Zulu or Shona, something like that, even Shona, I'm not good at it. In Zulu, bro, I could explain this shit so that you guys can fucking understand about it. In English, bro, I'm so bad. I think I must like start going to school for English, bro. I don't know, bro.